Well, I thought I'd start this particular video off in rather a classy fashion. No, this isn't a trailer for Gardener's World. There is something beautiful on here, and it's not just these lovely geranium flowers. Now, I just sat down for my morning cup of coffee and looked at these beautiful geranium flowers. I do love the flowers of geraniums. And I noticed this little beauty on, and literally it is beautiful. It is a moth. It's one of the plume moths, and it's a common species that many people will have in their gardens. It's certainly, in my experience anyway, more of an urban or suburban species than it is rural. In fact, I can't remember ever taking this moth at any of the sites that Dillis and I used to trap at away from the garden. This is the beautiful plume, with the even more beautiful scientific name of Amblyptilia acanthodactyla. It is pronounceable and actually quite easy. It sort of rolls off the tongue in a poetic-like manner. But this is a common plume moth, one of two common plumes that you'll get in your garden, or very likely will get in your garden. In flight, they can appear like a very small, dainty crane fly, and in resting posture like this, they look most unmoth-like. The other species is, here's another super scientific name, Emelina monodactyla. Aside from the really long names, these are quite small moths. The wingspan here is little more than an inch, or about 30 millimeters. It's a very attractively marked species. Well, we've lost the sun at the moment. It's gone behind the tiniest cloud, so normal service will be resumed very shortly. But many of you will probably instantly recognise this moth, if not by markings, but by shape. But the very similar Emelina monodactyla, which has that similar shape, or T-shape almost, to the wings and the abdomen, is the one that you'll see most regularly, often on creosoted fences. It loves fences more than walls, and that's sometimes just looks like a piece of straw, and quite easily not even identified as being a moth by members of the general public. But this species, Amblyptilia acanthodactyla, will, as I mentioned, be found in many gardens. I've noticed here that it prefers and indeed loves these new shrubby salvias that are so popular, those such as hot lips and the different other coloured varieties that are available. They love those aromatic leaves. I've not actually looked for larvae on them, but I'm presuming that they do breed on them, because I get a lot here in the yard, more so when I had a number of such salvias right the way down to the back door. But this is a popular species, regularly turns up in the house. But they are attractively marked and they're very distinctive. All the plume moths pretty much exhibit this shape, but Amblyptilia acanthodactyla, the beautiful plume, is one of the two commonest, and one that you'll be able to find in the course of a year in your garden quite easily. Just check those fences. I'm quite fortunate that when I sat down for my morning coffee and looked at this beautiful geranium, that I noticed this one was sat on the flowers. It's a beautiful little thing. One of the beauties of this particular species is not only just in the name of beautiful plume, but the fact that it's an easily accessible species. It will almost certainly turn up to your kitchen window or on the walls of your house, and pretty much no matter where you live during the course of a year. But as I mentioned, it is more of an urban species than a rural species. This particular moth, and of course Emelina monodactyla, the common plume, which is the one that you'll commonly see on the fences in your own garden or in your local neighbourhood. It's one to look out for when you walk down the streets, and that's easily identified by being almost like a T-shaped straw-coloured moth. Doesn't look like a moth to many people and goes completely unspotted or unrecognised. Both are common, but Beautiful Plume is more aptly named. It's a lovely thing, and one of those moths that comes to you rather than you have to go and find it.